Hi, I have been wondering how to explain this tense to you, and now I think I know. Did you notice the present perfect continuous in my first sentence? I have been wondering. Basically, we use the present perfect continuous about things that started in the past and are still going on. So, maybe I started wondering 10 minutes ago, and when I said the sentence, I was still wondering. But before I say more about how to use it, let's take a quick look at how to make the present perfect continuous. I will also compare it to the present perfect. Let's first look at the form. A sentence with the present perfect continuous has 3 verbs. The first verb is always a form of to have. Look at the table showing all the different forms. After have or has, you put been. Been is the past participle of to be. And this never changes. It is always been. So this is very easy. After been, you can add the main verb and add ing to it. For example, I have been wandering. The main verb is to wander, and we add ing to make wandering. Here is another example. The dog has been laying in front of the fire all day. So the form of the present perfect continuous is subject, then have or has, then been, and then the main verb plus ing. After that, we can add the rest of the sentence. Be careful about adding ing to the main verb as there are some spelling rules. If a verb ends in e, delete the e before you add ing. Have. James has been having a break. Drive. Susan has been driving to work. If a verb ends in one vowel and one consonant, double the consonant except for W and Y. Sit. They have been sitting on the bench. Lay. I have been laying on her bed. Okay, so what about making questions and negative sentences? A question would look like this. What have you been doing this afternoon? Or, has Rebecca been talking on the phone all evening? Or, how long have you been learning English? The first question would be asked near the end of the afternoon, and the second one would be asked while Rebecca was either still on the phone or she had just stopped talking. The third question is typically asked of students who want to start a course to improve their English. It is clear they have already learned some English, but they still have a lot to learn. We can also make negative sentences. Look at the example conversations. Has Rebecca been talking on the phone all evening? No, she hasn't been talking on the phone all evening. She also did some homework. How long have you been learning English? I haven't been learning English for very long. As you probably noticed, you have to put not after the form of have. Let's now take a look at how you use the present perfect continuous. In many ways, it is very similar to the normal or simple version of the present perfect. We can say that generally it is used to talk about situations that started in the past and are still going on now or have only just stopped. We don't use the present perfect continuous to talk about things that are completed. You could not say something like, I have been working very hard until my friend arrived. This is wrong. Instead, you would use the past simple. I worked very hard until my friend arrived. You might also use the past continuous. I was working very hard until my friend arrived. You would certainly not use the past perfect continuous because you finished working in the past. We often use the present perfect continuous to show people that we have been doing something, but now it is going to change. Look at these examples. I have been saving all my money for a trip around the world. Next week, I am going to buy the ticket. Sarah has been working in a supermarket for a long time, but she is now looking for another job. I have been waiting for the bus for ages, but I guess it won't come now. Let's take a look at how we use the present perfect in a different way. Compare these two sentences. The first sentence is in the present perfect simple, and the second in the present perfect continuous. Who has eaten my pizza? Who has been eating my pizza? Who has eaten my pizza means that the pizza is gone. It has been completely eaten and there is nothing left. Who has been eating my pizza means that only part of the pizza has been eaten and there is still some left. The present perfect simple focuses on the completed action, and the present perfect continuous focuses on an action that is not complete and may still carry on. Here is another example. I have read your book. This means you have finished the book. I have been reading your book. This means you have not yet finished the book. The present perfect continuous is also used for things that are temporary. This compares to the present perfect simple, which focuses more on things that are permanent. Look at these examples. I haven't been feeling well for the last few days. I haven't felt well for years. Paul has only been teaching for a few months. Paul has been a teacher nearly all his life. Well, that's it. I have given you a lot of information in this lesson. Take a good look at the grammar sheet, and if necessary, watch this lesson again. And don't forget to do some exercises.